Hey guys, it's Kim here with Fairily Fiber Fun. Thanks for joining me on another episode, on episode 31. I realized after I filmed the Tour de Fleece plans video, that should have been episode 31, but I was going to do them separately, and then, yeah, it never happened. So here we are. Before we get into it, I would like to give you a very warm welcome if you're a new viewer, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss new videos as they come out. And as always, leave your comments, questions, and suggestions down in the comment section below. Oh, there's always such a mouthful. Don't know how obvious it is to you, but I do have these dark bags under my eyes, and some days those are worse than others. Here lately I've really been struggling with my sleep and energy and everything, which I will get into in just a moment. Well, at the end of the episode I'll get into all of that. I had enough energy now. I mean, I just took a nap, so I'm a little sleepy, but I have enough energy to do today's episode, and I wrote all the show notes and everything, which is right here next to me on the bed, so I keep looking down at my notes. So we're going to talk about the little bit of knitting I managed to get done this month, the month of July. The needle felting that I did, some spinning, and then we will discuss the wet felting class that I had this past Saturday, and I have some b-roll and some pictures to show you. And then we'll get into the more personal stuff and the reason for my constant exhaustion these days. Okay, so why am I out of breath? I just climbed back on the bed. So when I was at the Fiber Festival in Sati in May, I was commissioned to make baby socks out of 100% alpaca yarn. And I have the last bit of the yarn from what I was given in this bowl. I need to ask for more. And the only thing I was able to knit all month was one set. Couldn't do any more than that. So here's the socks. And they are so darn cute. 2-color socks. The cuff folds down. And then the little matching mitts, which are the same fold down cuff to go with. Aren't those just adorable? So that's all I got done this month. And usually I can make about 8 sets in a month. So that wasn't too great. But that's all the knitting I got done. So I guess I did too much knitting in June or something. It's okay. I had a lot of other things going on. I was supposed to vend in Sati again. They had this, I want to call it a 4th of July party near the end of the month, but it wasn't a party. It was, I don't remember what it was called. If I bother to look it up when I edit, I will stick it right here for you guys. So when I was getting ready for that, I had finished up some baby socks in June. So I labeled those. And then I made a whole bunch of mushrooms. So this one and this one and this one and this one, all these had already been made and they're already in the shop. But those were all I had left. So I made a bunch more. These are the purple ones. And then this is 2 of them here. Little mushroom scapes. Super cute. I had fun making these. I just sat down and made a whole bunch of them one day. I had already started them, so really all I had to do was, put them together. So then I got into other things. So I made these cuties. And then I thought, I wonder if I could try something a little different. And I made that one. So I think from now on, this is the style of mushrooms I'm going to be making. Anyway, this is my favorite one out of this particular batch. I love it so much. So I need to take pictures of these and put them in the shop. Haven't done that yet. But I have prices on them because I was ready to take them. I had everything loaded in the car the night before and I was ready to go, and I got hit by a migraine. And then I didn't sleep, so I ended up not going. Which is fine. But I was all ready to go. And, you know, my mom was going to go with me. I was really disappointed we didn't get to hang out together. But it is what it is. So, crap, I have to go get something else. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if that's like the last thing I have to grab. There we go. To film this episode, I thought I was all ready to go and organized, and nope. It's okay. Hey guys, editing me here to tell you of this really big announcement that I totally forgot about when I was filming the episode. So I have just launched pre-orders for my first ever Fiber Club. It's for 5 months. Shipping is included in the price. There's already a listing in the shop under, I think, spinning fibers and then the clubs, something like that, in the menu. And I'll put a picture in here so you can have a look at it. But I chose my 5 favorite planets based off their colors, and I will be creating bats. I chose Perendale as the fiber, but that might get changed up. I just chose something that I thought would be interesting and fun and would have a little bit of texture to it. So it is kind of in the middle of the super soft to itchy on my body. So I'm not particularly sensitive, so I consider it next to skin soft, while other people might not. So if you're interested in this, but you're kind of turned off by the fiber I've chosen, if you would just let me know, I can change the fiber. In fact, I may switch it to BFL anyway because I already have that in my stash undyed, so I can dye up a whole bunch of it. I probably don't have enough though, so it depends on how many people sign up. Pre-orders are running for the entire month of August, and then I will close those and order the fiber that I need and go ahead and begin working on them. The idea is to have the first shipment go out, I think, October 1st. That gives me the whole month of September to get everything ordered and everything dyed up and the first batch carded. So I'm really excited about that, and I cannot wait to do this. I've already picked out a whole bunch of little notions and gifts to go in with your packages, and I have not started research on the planets yet because I really wanted to save that for each month so I could have some monthly excitement as well as you guys having that. I am shipping this worldwide. Shipping is included in the price. If you're outside of the continental US, there will be a delay of a couple of months so that I can get all 5 of your bats ready and ship them all to you at one time. So that saves you and it saves me, and it just makes life a whole lot easier. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am about this, and now I'm going to let you get back to my episode. Please. Which went really well, and I had a lot of fun with my team, and it's still going, but it's more of a just keep spinning and sharing your spins than anything else, which is pretty much what my team was anyway. But during Tour de Fleece, I received some llama, a whole lot of llama, like 15 pounds of llama, to I think it's around 15, maybe 10. I don't remember. 10 pounds maybe. Yeah, close to 10. To core spin for rug making in exchange for a box of mohair yarns. And I've only got 2 of them to show you, but there's like 5 or 6 different cones. So this is one of the cones, mohair, and this is another one. And these are the smaller ones. There's some really big ones in there. So I got these in exchange for spinning the llama. So I got to get that done. But so far I have 70 yards of super bulky 2-ply core spun. It is the fattest yarn I have ever spun in my life. It's like as big around as my finger. It's crazy. Super fat. Once I finish this to get it to where there's at least 100 yards of this, then I'm going to go thinner or do something a little different. The idea is to give her, the lady that gave me the mohair, give her different rug yarns that she can use. And this needs to be washed. I haven't washed it yet. So I'll lay that over the edge of the bed where it won't get tangled. Because this is just a lot of freaking yarn. And it's heavy. But that was fun to do. I spun it on Mr. Squeaky, my spinny cube. And I'm not counting that as part of my Tour de Fleece spinning, although I could. Then I had a wet felting class on the 29th of July. And I had to leave the house at 8 o'clock in the morning. We had 8 students because it was like an hour-and-a-half drive. I wanted to get there 30 minutes early. Class was supposed to start at 10. It started at like 10:20 because somebody was late. And that was fine. I wanted to make sure everybody got to participate that had paid for the class. And
Amy, you can send me a picture and let me see what they look like. And we may want to wait till
Okay,
September, or we may just want to go ahead and get them done in August.
Okay. So Amy, you have your own sheep? Yeah, just 2.
Just 2. Okay. They came from the same farm. Are y'all having fun?
Yeah. But they're not. But they're not. But they see, it's like when they were lambs, one of them, I think, was one of the first years. So like when they're that young, there seems like a big difference. And so, well, not so much of just
Work out all your anger issues.
Well, that one was flopped.
Do it until you're tired of doing it. Go ahead. They're so funny. Matthew, you missed.
Some blueberries. Some blueberries? There you go. Oh, this is their meal of their lives. Now my hands are all dirty. Look at that.
Put paper towels for. And everybody had a blast. We had loads and loads of fun. I'm going to put a little video in here of what all we did, the pictures and all of that. So you guys can enjoy being a little bit of a part of that class. And afterwards we ate a light lunch and we played in the pool for a bit. So that was really, really nice. And everybody wants to do it again. And one lady couldn't come because she had some sort of medical procedure or something, so she wasn't able to make it. And when I told her about the next class we're going to do, she's like, yes, I'm definitely coming to that one. So it looks like I will be teaching a few classes a year at that lady's house, which is awesome. She's got a great house. And I ended up with another big commission, which you will hear all about in a different video, because I feel like bringing all of that into my room, and it's a lot. And now if you're done watching and you don't want to hear about the personal stuff, Thank you so much for sticking with me and watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. If you're sticking around to hear the self-care and personal update, then I'm going to try not to ramble too much. So a few months ago, I had experienced a spiritual breakthrough where I overcame a spirit of fear that I had never known I had. And it changed everything. After that, it was several months ago, so I signed up for the Fiber Festival in Sati, and then I met this lady and scheduled a wet felting class with just her, and then she wanted to do it with a bunch of friends. So because of letting go of fear and no longer being a slave to it, all of these opportunities have opened up to me. But I also noticed that my medication for anxiety and depression was too strong. So I had to wait until my next appointment, which was delayed because I screwed up and accidentally canceled an appointment. So I had to reschedule. So when I decided to lower my medicine, which happened a few weeks ago, I immediately was flooded with fear. And I had some work to do to push past it, and I did lower my medicine by 25 milligrams, which is just a quarter of it. And I've already done the slow, careful transition. Everything's been fine. But the fear that hit me was, you're not going to be able to function without all of your medicine. This is going to be bad. You're going to have to go back up. You're not going to be able to handle life. Like, you're going to be all depressed. None of that has happened. And I see the doctor again in another month to check on how I'm doing, if we want to stick with it or lower it some more or go back up. So the good news is my mental health is improving, and the bad news is I started something that is causing me to feel like I'm moving backwards. But so I started doing this thing where I wanted to change how my brain seeks satisfaction. So, like, if you get on your phone first thing when you wake up, that's an instant dopamine hit to be watching Instagram reels or YouTube videos or responding to messages, stuff like that. It's an instant gratification. And then for me, I'm on my phone all day and I don't get as much done. So I decided to try something new for me and not allow myself to have that technology for the first 30 minutes to an hour of the day. And that's made a huge difference. I don't spend as much time on my phone, and I'm getting more done. So medication drops. I start this new thing kind of at the same time. And then I purchased a class I've been wanting to get for a while. It's by the Workout Witch. I see her on Instagram all the time, and I actually started some of the exercises that I saw in her reels and had a huge emotional release. The idea is for these exercises to release this trauma that is trapped in your body and is preventing you from losing weight. And I'm having a hard time. I keep gaining. I'm not losing anything. So I decided to try the hip loosening exercises because I thought that would benefit my whole body the most. I'm not sure that was the right call because I have so much tension in my upper back and my neck. Maybe I should have started there, but I started somewhere, and it's obviously doing something because I'm having the side effects. And it's why I'm so exhausted all the time. So I started doing these at night before bed because it's so relaxing. You're rocking, you're soothing your body. I look at it like I'm telling the little child within me, you're safe and you can relax. And that's going a long ways towards healing that trauma that I've endured over my life. So they're called somatic exercises, if I forgot to say that. Now, the side effects, before I get into those, so I do those at night, and in the morning, while I'm not allowed on technology, I do some core exercises, or like this morning I did squats and lunges. So I'll do the same thing for a few days and then switch it up and do something different. But I wake up with exercises. I give my brain that dopamine it's looking for without the technology. And I'm not needing as much caffeine. However, with the somatic exercises that are doing their job, it is common to have every one of these side effects. And I am having all of them. This is completely normal. And it's just something we all have to go through as we're releasing all this trauma and all this inner pain and tension in our bodies. So frequent headaches, it's been every day or over a week. Inconsistent sleep. Some nights I can sleep, some nights I can't. So some nights I get really good sleep and other nights I'm just laying here awake, or I get up and I spin, or I do something else because I can't sleep. And then when I do sleep, I'm having the most vivid and ridiculous dreams, like in Technicolor vivid. Way more vivid than my dreams have ever been. And they make no sense at all. They're just random, wild, ridiculous dreams. They don't have any meanings to them other than, I desperately need to pee when I wake up. And then I'm constantly exhausted, which is what happens when you're releasing pent-up emotion. It is exhausting. And when you open up your emotions and become vulnerable, that is exhausting. And I do feel emotionally vulnerable every moment of every day right now. It is not fun. But I know it's going to be okay. That's causing me to have mood swings, though. So some days I'm fine, and other days I'm just no patience whatsoever. And I'm like, I want the kids to just leave me alone because I need to just process. And I can't handle being bombarded by, Mama, can I this? Mama, can I that? Mama, what about this? Mama, did you hear about this? Mama, you want to watch this video? No, really, I don't. They're going back to school tomorrow. Yes. I'm so excited. So I'm filming this on August 1st. The kids go back to school tomorrow. It's way too early. Normally, I hate it when summer ends, but this year I'm like, I cannot wait. I can sit and breathe. I can focus on what I need to do. I can just process all these emotions that are just running rampant right now. And I can work on my health and my healing. Emotional, spiritual, physical, mental, all of that. And I need to be able to do that. So one side effect that I did not anticipate, and I don't know if it's normal or not, is that I have physical weakness in my legs. Because I'm doing the hip opening exercises, I suspect I'm loosening up all the muscles and the tendons a little more than is normal, because I'm already have a tendency to be really loose jointed. And so I think that's what's causing the weakness. But the weakness has spread into my hands. It's like it's everywhere. And I suspect it has a lot to do with the emotional release going on. My body just isn't able to handle everything and process everything, and I'm weak. So I still have enough strength to do the day-to-day activities, but moving furniture is very, very difficult for me right now, when normally that's not. And then my appetite has been super weird too. Like some days all I want is sugar, and other days all I want is vegetables, and other days all I want is some days all I want is mushrooms. It's really weird. So I have cravings, and then I have days when I can't eat. Eating makes me sick. And then I have days where I'm just not hungry. It's very inconsistent, and that's not normal for me. I mean, I go through phases of craving things, but it's not, my appetite usually is fairly consistent. It's not like, anyway, so those are all my symptoms. So if you are thinking about starting a somatic exercise class to clean out all of your stored trauma trapped in your body, be prepared for it to be a rough ride. I will be glad when I hit the 3-week mark, which is where people typically have their big emotional release. Before I even bought the class, I had already had an emotional release just using the concept of these rocking exercises. And it was a big emotional release. So I don't know when the next one's going to hit, but it's building. So, and I've only been doing this for a week. And already I'm having all of these issues, like immediately. So the exercises, I know they're worth it. I'm going to keep doing them. I'm going to take the whole 30 days course. And then maybe next month I'll be back with an update for those of you who are interested. So that's the healing journey I'm on right now, and the self-care and all of that. I hope that didn't bore you too terribly much. There's a lot of other stuff going on, but there's no need to get into any of it right now. Mainly because I just don't feel like it. I don't have the mental energy to put into anymore. I'm feeling the mental strain just from filming today's episode, which is really interesting. I did forget to show you something though. When we were talking about the felting class, this was a piece of a fleece, a Jacob fleece, that was matted and the locks wouldn't come apart. So I turned it into a rug. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, so we're going to end there with a pretty piece of wool. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I enjoyed spending some time with you, and I appreciate you being here with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.